Hello YouTube, it's Gilbert once again. I'm doing my first music review. I'm gonna be reviewing Views from Drake. Now, this album, it was good, wasn't great though. It was good, but it wasn't great. It doesn't stand on its own as like its own album. When I say that, you could take songs from this album put them in a different album. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like uh, it stood on its own. It doesn't have its own personality to it. Um, yeah, it has some hit. They had some hit songs, but it wasn't like structured as like an album should be structured. I don't think. Um, the production of the album. Well, let's take a look at how this album was made. Nothing Was the Same was dropped in 2013. I remember going to Best Buy, buying it, and putting it in my car. Actually, I remember that day. It was a good album. Nothing Was the Same. This was the follow-up solo album, and it's not as good, I don't think, as Nothing Was the Same. Um, well, 2013, Nothing Was the Same came out. This came out 2016. Between those years, a lot was going on with Drake, especially the time leading up before the album. You had the beef with Meek Mill. You had the album with Future. And these things are distractions to making a great album because you can't put all your focus on views if you're doing all these other things. So I think that may be a reason why this album is pretty flawed. That's the best guess I'll take. Compare Drake to Adele. Adele cares about making great albums, period, right? When she's not making albums, she's with her family, you know. When she's working, and when she's working, she's making albums. She's not beefing with anybody. And look at 25, one of the greatest selling record albums ever, right? So that's what I'm talking about here. What I'm saying. Drake didn't put all of his time and effort into this album. He couldn't have. There's too much going on with him. It's not like Adele where she only cares about making the great album, then she's done going with her family. That's how I think it should be. That's just my personal opinion. Um, Drake was past 2 years, a lot of hits. He had If We Ring This Is Too Late, which was pretty good. So you know, I think what happened was you had a guy who was worried about hits and not as much as making a great album. You know, from I'm gonna continue talking about this album, then I'm gonna change the subject just a little bit. So let's talk about the production of this album. The producers were great. Producers did a good job. I think the problem with the production of this album was that there was no theme in the production. It was just like, okay, this sounds like a hit, put it on. Comparing this to Take Care, which in my opinion was the best Drake album. The reason why I say that, I know some of you are going to disagree with me, but Take Care stood on its own as an album. I don't think you can take songs from Take Care and put them on another album. Take Care was Take Care, okay? It was Take Care. You can sense the artistry in the music of Take Care. Um, and those of you who listen to a lot of music, you understand what I'm saying. It's that soulful artistry that you can feel, you can hear in the music. You know, like the effort he put into it to making it look artistic and to making it sound good and having impact, emotional impact, on you. I felt that with Take Care. With this album, I didn't feel too much artistry going into it. I felt like let's just take some hits, put it together, and it's an album. That's not how it should be. On the plus side, the album did work for the most part. It sounded good. Favorite songs were probably Western Road Flows. 9 was good. You With Me was good. So there was some hits, but like I said, I didn't really feel too much artistry going into this album. But I will say this, lyrically, probably one of his best. Lyrically. Um, the lyrics I think are really good in this. Yeah, I don't know if of course he had help. Yeah. I'm not saying Drake doesn't write. Of course he writes, but I think almost any artist has some sort of help, right? I mean, come on, let's just be realistic. So, but anyway, his lyrics were very good in this album. I would say lyrically it was very good, but that's not an excuse for the lack of emotional care and artistry that went into it. Um, yeah. So if I had to rate this album, 2.5 out of 4 stars. I I think that's what it deserved. I don't feel like Drake put the proper effort and time into it. It didn't feel so much structured. I didn't hear. I didn't. It didn't have the emotional impact like Take Care did. It you know. It just. I just. It doesn't have that soulful uniqueness in it like that. Soulful effort put into it. I didn't feel it here. It did have some hits. Production was pretty good. Producers did a good job. I think it's just that it's the proper effort and time wasn't put into it. So I'm still a Drake fan. He'll still buy his music. Um, Hopefully the next album will be better than this one. Hopefully he'll learn. But anyway, that was my review of Views. If you liked that review, and I'm pretty sure you did, subscribe to my channel. I'll have more reviews. I do mostly film reviews, but once in a while I'll do a music review like this one. So if you like my review, please subscribe. I'll have more videos. If you like films, I have film reviews. So please check out the rest of my videos.